Hi guys, the Emotional Dad here, and I just want to take a few minutes just to talk about a trending topic in the world really, and that's the ball tampering scandal in Australian cricket. Now, I'd like to preface this by saying that I am a avid, mad, dedicated Australian cricket fan. I went to the World Cup final. I've been going to test matches since I was a small child. I've painted my face in colours. I've done all sorts of things. And like everyone else, I was saddened by the unfortunate error of judgment that Steve Smith, David Warner and Cameron Bancroft made. But what disturbs me even more is the outcry and the absolute disregard for their well-being from the world media and from Australian media. And it sucks. It really does, because at the end of the day, they are three human beings who have made a mistake. Now, I've made mistakes. How many of you out there have made mistakes? And yes, they all have an impact somehow. And yes, the impact of tampering with a cricket ball in the game is classified as cheating. But at the end of the day, they are human beings with human emotions and human feelings. Who is actually making sure that they are okay? And at the Emotional Dad, the crux of my movement is to ensure that we are emotionally connected, not just to ourselves, but to those around us. And that includes icons in our community that may have taken a misstep. And yes, this is a huge misstep, but they are human. They have feelings, they have emotions, they have families. And I would say shame on the world media, shame on the Australian media for the way they have belittled, berated and attacked these guys. Everyone has a right to their emotional health. And I cannot imagine for one moment that opening a newspaper or going online to Facebook and seeing another berating and belittling article about you is going to benefit their emotional well-being. Let me ask you a question. If that was your son or your daughter that was being constantly attacked and harassed in the media because of a mistake, how would you feel? And I'll leave that with you just for a moment. My urging to everyone is that we look beyond the ball and the piece of sandpaper and whatever else they did or may have done, and we focus on the issue that is, how are they emotionally? And ensuring that they are getting the correct help that they need and the support that they need. Because at the moment, the media is not supporting and is not helping. And the sad fact is that the media just takes everything and destroys lives and credibility because that's their job. Plain and simple. Reports of people resigning, reports of people allegedly doing this with no fact or basis. A picture of a coach on a walkie-talkie. He's guilty. No, he's not. What I urge and encourage is that we show compassion to these guys, and that instead of bashing them constantly about a mistake that, mind you, has occurred in cricket and sport all over the world for decades, we need to just take a step back from all that and ensure that they are emotionally supported. Because if they were my boys, I would be flabbergasted, devastated, and upset, not because they've made a mistake, but how they've been crucified for it. Mistakes are learning opportunities. If we don't learn, we don't grow. And if we don't grow, we die. So all we can hope is that they will go away, learn from their mistake, come back stronger and more focused than ever, and that we as a society are big enough to accept their apology and to let them move on. One thing I've learned through my journey is that the emotional scarring will last forever if we are not helping them to move forward. By that, I mean giving them the correct emotional support and being supportive of them as a society. Constant news flashes on Facebook is not supportive as a society. The last 21 updates in the last 12 hours on 9.com.au is not supportive. The constant speculation and innuendo is not supportive. What's supportive is people remembering that they are human and making sure that they are treated as humans, not as criminals. So, my rant is done. But what I'd like to remind you is this. Be compassionate. And in this moment, those three guys need compassion now more than ever. As a disgruntled Australian cricket supporter, I give them my compassion. Because I do not know how it is to be in their position, and hand on heart, I would say that it would be the toughest situation they've had to face. So are you going to give them compassion, or are you going to keep on bashing? This is the Emotional Dad. Be compassionate to your family and friends, but most importantly, be compassionate to yourself. Have a great day.